ये बहुत सारे सवाल आते हैं, तो फिर हम आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चन, अभी कुछ लोग ज्वाइन भी कर रहे हैं तो हमारे साथ, तो उसमें अगर कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहेगा।
ठीक है, कोई इशू नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं।
तो सॉरी, मुझसे गलत बटन दब गया था।
कोई
अम,
मसला
गलत गलत बटन दब गया और वो हम होस्ट थे और हम ही एक मीटिंग से बाहर चले गए।
नहीं।
अम, बस हमारे साथ सारे फार्मासिस्ट ही हैं जो ज्वाइन भी कर,
अच्छा।
जो कनेक्ट
हाँ,
हैं।
नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं, इंशाल्लाह जो भी हो सकता है इनको, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकते हैं वो जरूर।
फार्मासिस्टों के बहुत सारे सवालात हैं जो अ, सबके यही सवाल होंगे कि जो चेंजेस हुई है ना वीजे में, इस पे कुछ बता दें, इस पे कुछ बता दें, इस पे कुछ बता दें। तो मेरे ख्याल से बस हम 2 मिनट और वेट कर लेते हैं, लोग ज्वाइन कर लें,
ठीक है।
ताकि आप प्रदेशन है वो सब सुन लें। इट्स एंड मैं जहीर भाई का, सईद खान साहब का मेलबर्न से जो हमारे साथ अभी ज्वाइन किया है, जहीर भाई से मैं पिछले कुछ दिनों से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा था, बारी बारी चुपके चुपके मैसेज करता था कि जहीर भाई जब टाइम हो तो आ जाइएगा, जब टाइम हो तो आज मैंने देखा कि शायद वो आ सकते हैं, तो उन्होंने मौका दिया कि हाँ, यस वी कैन डू इट इन इन 10-15 मिनट्स। मैंने कहा हम ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लेंगे आपका, क्योंकि
नहीं,
ये
नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं, इंशाल्लाह देखें जो भी होगी इंशाल्लाह हेल्प कर सकते हैं, और क्यों नहीं, बिल्कुल। कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन अगर पहुंचा सकते हैं लोगों के लिए, जो
बिल्कुल।
भी
और
फार्मासिस्ट हैं, जो पुराने फार्मासिस्ट हैं, और जो भी रेलेवेंट उससे फील्ड से हैं, फार्मासिस्ट से रेलेवेंट हैं, इंशाल्लाह जो भी पाथवे बनता है उनके लिए
जी,
इंफॉर्मेशन देंगे वो जरूर।
और देखें ना, जो 3 एरियाज हैं फार्मासिस्ट के, एक तो कैप्स करके जो फार्मासिस्ट हैं,
ठीक।
एक टेक्नीशियन वाले फार्मासिस्ट हैं, और एक इंडस्ट्री वाले
जी,
फार्मासिस्ट, ये 3
जी,
मेनली
जी,
फार्मासिस्ट हैं जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया पिछले साल से आ रहे हैं। और
जी,
बहुत
जी,
सारे, जैसे भी हम पाकिस्तान भी गए थे तो वहाँ पे कॉन्फ्रेंसेस की थी हमने, तो वहाँ पे
जी,
बड़ा
माशाल्लाह।
अवेयरनेस था उससे। और ये भी एक बड़ी अच्छी बात है जो कल हुई है, मैं आपके नॉलेज में लेकर आऊंगा कि पाकिस्तान में जो एग्जाम सेंटर होता है, फार्मेसी एग्जाम कैप्स का, उसके जो सेंटर्स हैं वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बढ़ते बढ़ते अब कल 3 और खुले हैं, तो उसमें अब
अच्छा,
8 सेंटर हो गए हैं। तो
नहीं,
लाहौर
बहुत
में
अच्छी।
3 सेंटर, इस्लामाबाद में, रावलपिंडी में मिला के 3 सेंटर, कराची
जी,
में एक और पेशावर में एक। तो इज सुपर हेल्प फ्रॉम APC, फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान
हाँ,
हाई कमीशन, स्पेशली
बिल्कुल।
गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जो उसमें इनिशिएटिव लिया था हमने जनवरी में, तो उन सब का जो फ्रूट है वो अब हमें
जी,
नजर आ रहा है, जिसको इस वक्त 400 फार्मासिस्ट नवंबर में इम्तिहान दे रहे हैं पाकिस्तान
अच्छा,
में, 400
जबरदस्त।
फार्मासिस्ट।
बहुत
ठीक है।
बहुत।
तो
माशाल्लाह।
400 फार्मासिस्ट का मतलब ये है जहीर भाई कि एक यूनिवर्सिटी जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में फार्मासिस्ट बैच निकलता है, एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, वो 100 बच्चों का होता है।
जी,
तो
जी।
अगर 400 फार्मासिस्ट बाहर पास होंगे तो समझे 4 यूनिवर्सिटी की एक खेप यहाँ पहुंचेगी। ठीक है।
अच्छा,
और अभी जुलाई में कोई 66 लोगों ने हमारे साथ इम्तिहान पास किया, जिनको हम, सॉरी, 55 लोगों ने पास किया, और 150 लोगों ने इम्तिहान दिया था अभी
अच्छा,
जुलाई में
अच्छा।
पाकिस्तान में। ठीक है। तो ये तो वो फैक्ट्स हैं जो आगे वीजे की रिक्वायरमेंट, अब सबको वीजे की फिक्र है, चले कैप्स का मसला
हाँ,
हल हो गया, कैप्स दे दिया, कैप्स पास हो गए लोगों के, उसके बाद अब जब वीजा लेना है तो वो जो वीजे की नंबर ड्रॉप हुए हैं, उससे एक खलबली सी बची हुई है। हमारे ग्रोथ में भी लोग गुस्सा दिखा रहे हैं, कुछ कह रहे हैं कि आप इनकरेज करते हैं कैप्स पे, और वीजे तो बंद करा दिए। तो मैंने कहा यार, वीजे फार्मासिस्ट के तो नहीं बंद करा दिए, वो तो ओवरऑल, तो वो उस पर हम बात करना चाहेंगे आपसे।
अब जी, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल, ये देखें वीजा का जो है, अभी ये अभी मैं बोलूँगा कि ये टेम्परेरी तौर पे अभी ऐसा किया है गवर्नमेंट ने, मतलब
जी जी।
इसमें फार्मेसिस्ट।
जी जी। सब लोग अगर म्यूट पे चले जाएं तो अच्छा है। जही भाई, मैं आपको चाहूंगा कि आप थोड़ा सा ना अपना एक फॉर्मल इंट्रोडक्शन कराएं कि आप एडवाइस देने के लिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आपकी क्या क्वालिफिकेशन है, और क्यों जरूरी है कि एक वीजा से जो भी बात करे वो रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन हो, उसकी सिग्निफिकेंस जरूर से बताएं, क्योंकि हम सब लेमैन हैं, सही है। फार्मासिस्ट को कुछ नहीं पता होता है कि किस, हर एक की बात सुन रहे होते हैं। सर, आपका माइक म्यूट पे चला गया है, सही भाई, आपका माइक म्यूट पे। तो ये बात जरूर से बताइए कि व्हाट इज योर क्वालिफिकेशन एंड व्हाई यू आर डूइंग, आप कोई ये फन के लिए नहीं कर रहे, दिस इज योर एरिया ऑफ एक्सपर्टीज। तो थोड़ा सा बताइए कि क्या जरूरी है, क्योंकि माइग्रेशन हर एक का बस का बात नहीं है। बातें तो हम कर सकते हैं वहीं से इन्फॉर्मेशन पढ़ के, लेकिन
बिल्कुल।
एडवाइस सिर्फ रजिस्टर, जैसे डॉक्टर होता है, हम डॉक्टर के पास ही जाते हैं ना, जैसे रजिस्टर डॉक्टर के पास, रजिस्टर फार्मासिस्ट के पास दवाई लेने, तो आप रजिस्टर एक कंसल्टेंट है माइग्रेशन के, बड़े एक्सपीरियंस। तो थोड़ा सा बताइए ताकि लोगों को जब आप बात करें तो उनको अंदाजा हो कि हु इज टॉकिंग टू देम, प्लीज। ओवर टू यू सर।
जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सबसे पहले तो तमाम इरफान भाई का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि उन्होंने मुझे इनवाइट किया आज के सेशन के अंदर। और इरफान भाई काफ़ी बिजी हैं और इन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया इन लास्ट मेनी ईयर्स में फार्मासिस्ट के लिए स्पेशली। और मुझे इस दफ़ा थोड़ा चांस मिला कि चले मैं भी आपके लिए कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन आप लोग को प्रोवाइड कर चुका। मेरा ये कि मैं ओवर 13 ईयर्स से एज ए माइग्रेशन एजेंट काम कर रहा हूँ। और आई हैव डन सो मेनी वीजाज इन डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज में, एंड 189, 190, 491 जो करंटली अभी है। इससे पहले ज़ाहिर है हर साल मतलब 2-3 सालों में डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज जो होती हैं वो चेंज होती रहती हैं, ठीक है ना। तो लास्ट कपल ईयर्स में फार्मेसी बड़े हॉट था और शॉर्टेज भी था, और अभी भी स्किल शॉर्टेज है। अभी भी रीजनल एरिया में अभी भी बहुत शॉर्टेज है, पूरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर रीजनल में स्पेशली। तो वैसे तो खैर सिटी के इलाके में भी, मतलब सिटी में भी फार्मेसिस्ट की रिक्वायरमेंट है, लेकिन ये कि ज़्यादा रीजनल में अभी भी है। तो मैं ये कि काफ़ी वीज़ाज जो है स्पेशली फार्मिस के हवाले से मैंने 407 वीज़ाज, 491, 190, 400 वीज़ा, ये पिछले समझ लें लास्ट ईयर में मैंने ओवर 40 to 50 वीज़ाज मैंने किए होंगे ऑल टुगेदर इन खाली इस कैटेगरी के अंदर ही। तो इसमें इरफान भाई का भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया है कि उन्होंने भी काफ़ी मुझे थोड़ा सा हेल्प की थी और इस हवाले से। और फार्मेसिस्ट भी माशाल्लाह से बहुत अच्छे इंटेलिजेंट हमारे फार्मेसिस्ट अराउंड पाकिस्तान से और दुनिया के हर कंट्री से फार्मेसिस्ट इस वक्त बहुत ही ज़्यादा तादाद में, स्पेशली लास्ट 6 मंथ में बहुत ज़्यादा आए। तो ये कि अभी भी ये कि फार्मेसिस्ट की डिमांड है, ऐसा नहीं है। आप लोग डिसहार्ट ना हो, जो भी अगर कैप्स करना चाहते हैं तो वो डिसहार्ट ना हो, क्योंकि देयर इज स्टिल अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर मेनी पीपल्स इवन नाउ और इन फ्यूचर एज वेल। सो कैप्स में रेकमेंड करूंगा, जैसे इरफान भाई भी बड़ा पुश कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि कैप्स जो है वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। इट्स फॉर न्यू, स्पेशलिस्ट फॉर न्यू फार्मासिस्ट। क्योंकि अगर फार्मेसिस्ट नया फार्मेसिस्ट के पास ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, 1 साल का है, तो मैं उसको रिकमेंड करूंगा कैप्स के लिए फोकस करे। और फिर ज़ाहिर है वो 407 अगर हो सकता है तो उस पर आए और एक्सपीरियंस लेके, और नेक्स्ट पाथ में मैं फुल रजिस्ट्रेशन करके एज ए फार्मासिस्ट बन जाए। दैट्स मतलब स्टार्ट फ्रॉम एज ए ट्रेनिंग के लिए। और फार्मेसिस्ट अगर पाकिस्तान में या कहीं भी दुनिया में, फार्मेसिस्ट दुनिया भर में कहीं भी हैं और एक्सपीरियंस ऑलरेडी है 5 years to 8 years से एग्जाम्पल, तो वो भी कैप्स तो वो भी कर सकते हैं। और मतलब उनके लिए भी, मतलब अभी इट्स नॉट टू लेट, उनके लिए भी मैं बोलूँगा कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि वो लेट हो गया, कि किसी ने बोला कि नहीं यार बहुत टू लेट हो गया, हम ऑलरेडी फार्मेसिस्ट कहीं ओवरसीज में काम कर रहे हैं, कैप्स करके हमारा नहीं, उनका एक्सपीरियंस काउंट होगा। क्योंकि एक्सपीरियंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो आप लोगों ने जैसे अगर फार्मेसिस्ट हैं और एक्सपीरियंस है तो वो भी काउंट होगा, और वो भी कैप्स के जरिए आ सकते हैं। और दे आर सम अदर कैटेगरीज, उसमें इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी है, R&D है, जो कि आप लोग जो लोग इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं, दे आर 3 कैटेगरीज: रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, industrial pharmacists, or quality assurance. There are 3 categories, especially for pharmacists in 3 areas. They can come on these categories अगर उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस इंडस्ट्री का है। उसके अलावा अगर एज ए फार्मेसिस्ट अगर हैं, जैसे फार्मेसी टेक्नीशियन हो गए हमारे, वो भी आ सकते हैं एक्सपीरियंस। अगर फार्मेसी में अगर जैसे जो लोग कैप्स नहीं करना चाहते, मैं उनके लिए बात कर रहा हूँ, जो लोग कैप्स नहीं करना चाहते हैं वो इस इंडस्ट्री में हैं। जैसे 3 वो ऑक्यूपेशन मैंने अभी पहले आपको बता दिए, एक फार्मेसी टेक्नीशियन का मैंने बताया अभी आपको। और तो ये भी एक पाथवे है। और इसमें आके इन फ्यूचर में भी मतलब जो कैप्स करना चाहता है वो भी कैप्स करके फार्मासिस्ट भी बन सकता है, और जो चाहता है कि इस फील्ड में ही रहना चाहता है उसको वो इस फील्ड में भी रह सकता है। उसके लिए कोई ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आने के बाद आप चाहे कोई भी ऑक्यूपेशन में, कोई ऐसी कोई कंडीशन नहीं है कि आपको उसी ऑक्यूपेशन में ही काम करना है। यू कैन वर्क एनी जॉब, दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑस्ट्रेलिया में अभी तक कोई ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं इन्होंने किया है कि आपको वो बाउंड कर दें कि नहीं यार, आप जो जिस ऑक्यूपेशन में आप आए हैं आपको उसी ऑक्यूपेशन में ही काम करना है। इरफान भाई, ये मेरी वीडियो आ रही है आपको?
जी जी बिल्कुल आ रही है सर, हम बहुत बहुत ही
हाँ,
कंसंट्रेशन के साथ सुन रहे हैं, आपकी पिक्चर
अच्छा
बहुत क्लियर आ रही है, आपका मैसेज बहुत क्लियर है, दैट्स सो नाइस ऑफ यू
अच्छा।
सर, वी कंटिन्यू।
मेरे मेरे पास से ये गायब हो गई, तो इसलिए मैं समझा कि शायद पत्नी आप लोग को आ रही कि नहीं।
मैं सबसे पूछ लेता
अच्छा,
हूँ,
आ
प्लीज
रही है।
आंसर इफ एवरीवन इज वाचिंग एंड लिसनिंग, जहीर भाई, यस, लॉट
आ
ऑफ
रही है,
पीपल थम्स अप,
क्लियर है।
यस।
अच्छा
और आप लोग
यस
अगर
सर।
आपको कोई बात अच्छी लगती है जहीर भाई की, तो आप उसमें रिएक्शन में भी शो कर सकते हैं, कोई साइन शो कर सकते हैं थम्स अप का, अगर कोई ऐसा उन्होंने ह्यूमर बात की तो आप जोक का मैसेज दे सकते हैं, अगर आपको बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है तो हार्ट का मैसेज दे सकते हैं, तो ताकि उनको इंटरेक्टिव सेशन नजर आए आपकी तरफ से, ठीक है, ठीक है, प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
अच्छा। जी, जिनको भी कोई चीज अगर पूछनी है तो मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं, और अगर मैं अभी फौरन जवाब नहीं दूंगा तो मैं बाद में
जी
भी आप लोग को बता
यस।
सकता हूँ डिटेल के साथ, ठीक है ना। अगर जो स्मॉल क्वेश्चन होगा, कोई फौरन जवाब दे सकता हूँ, मैं आपको फौरन बता दूंगा। और अगर कोई ऐसा सवाल हुआ कि जिसमें मैं अभी फौरन आपको नहीं बता, मैं आपको बाद में भी बता सकता हूँ।
सही भाई, मैं
तो
आपको कहूंगा कि हम क्वेश्चन ना एंड में ले लेंगे रेज हैंड करके ना, तो आप अपनी
अच्छा,
बात
ठीक
पूरी
है।
कर लीजिए,
हाँ,
ठीक है, ताकि इंटरप्शन ना करें आपके लिए, ठीक है,
अच्छा,
ओके।
ठीक ठीक है, ठीक है,
आप
ठीक है,
सारा
ठीक
मैसेज दे दीजिए जो आप समझते हैं
नहीं,
कि अभी
ठीक।
अपडेटेड जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है इनके काम की
अच्छा
है।
अच्छा। जो कि मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आप लोग को बताया कि जैसे कि इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी के हवाले से जैसे 3 ऑक्यूपेशन थे इंडस्ट्री के, और उसके अलावा 2 एज ए फार्मासिस्ट और एक फार्मेसी टेक्नीशियन। तो ऑल टुगेदर हम देखे जाए तो हमारे पास काफी अपॉर्चुनिटी है फार्मासिस्ट के लिए कि हम इसको फोकस कर सकते हैं। मतलब ये सारे मतलब आ सकते हैं, कैप्स के साथ भी आ सकते हो, कैप्स के बगैर भी आ सकते हैं। तो अभी जो करंट सिनेरियो, जैसे अगर स्किल माइग्रेशन पे कोई आना चाहता है, जैसे एग्जांपल अगर कैप्स करता है, तो उसके बाद 2 अपॉर्चुनिटी है। खैर वैसे तो उनके बाद 3 वीजा कैटेगरी में आ सकते हैं स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड। एक तो ये कि अगर 407 किसी कोई इनको एम्प्लॉयर मिल जाता है, तो वो 407 ट्रेनिंग वीजा पे आ सकते हैं, जो कि 13 मंथ्स का वीजा होता है। और उसके बाद वो 13 मंथ्स के अंदर काम करने के दौरान, मतलब अगर कैप्स की तैयारी कर सकते हैं और कैप्स का एग्जाम पास कर सकते हैं, मतलब कैप्स का नहीं, मतलब फार्मेसी का जो सेकंड पार्ट की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, वो कर सकते हैं, तो देन दे कैन बिकम अ फुल फार्मासिस्ट, और ज़ाहिर है एज अ फार्मासिस्ट भी काम कर सकते हैं। तो ये 407 हो गया। और अगर इसके अलावा किसी ने कैप्स किया हुआ है और एक्सपीरियंस है, उसके पॉइंट्स उसके इनफ बनते हैं, वो स्टिल कैन अप्लाई फॉर 491 वीजा एंड 190 वीजा। सो बोथ आर स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड वीजा है। तो उसके लिए स्टेट से आपको इनविटेशन चाहिए होगा। डिपेंड करता है आपके पॉइंट्स कितने पड़ते हैं, मतलब होते हैं। आपको पॉइंट जो हैं यूजुअली आपको पता ही होगा, एज के फैक्टर होता है, इसमें एज के पॉइंट्स हैं, आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन के पॉइंट हैं, उसमें आपके इंग्लिश के स्कोर के पॉइंट हैं। ये सारे पॉइंट्स अगर होते हैं, और मिनिमम भी जैसे 65 पॉइंट्स अगर अबव होते हैं, इट्स अ गुड चांस वो 491 वीजा। और अगर थोड़े से ज्यादा पॉइंट बनते हैं तो देन गुड चांस फॉर 190 वीजा। तो ये 2 वीजा कैटेगरी हैं। और उसके अलावा एम्प्लॉयर स्पॉन्सरशिप में जैसे हैं आप 407, 494 वीजा एम्प्लॉयर वीजा भी होता है, कि उसके अंदर भी आप एलिजिबल हो सकते हैं। डिपेंड करता है आपके 494 के अंदर। एक गुड थिंग ये है कि वो भी 5 इयर्स वीजा है, ऐसे लीड टू अपॉइंटमेंट रेजिडेंस वीजा। और उसके अंदर आपको मेडिकल्स वगैरह भी आपको फैसिलिटीज मिलती है। और अगर फैमिली है तो उसके जो बच्चे वगैरह हैं वो भी स्कूलिंग वगैरह उसकी फ्री हो सकती है उसमें। तो उसके लिए लेकिन जाहिर है आपको फुल असेसमेंट, वही कैप्स की असेसमेंट चाहिए होगी। और आपको पॉइंट सिस्टम उसके अंदर बिल्कुल नहीं है, 494 के अंदर कोई पॉइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, एज लॉन्ग एज आपका एम्प्लॉय विलिंग टू स्पॉन्सर यू। और दिस इज अ रीजनल वीजा, 494 इज अ रीजनल वीजा। तो कुछ स्टेट्स ऐसी हैं, जैसे साउथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बात लेते हैं, तो काफी सिटीज एरिया भी रीजनल के उसमें आते हैं, तो वो उसके अंदर भी मतलब हो सकता है। और इसके अलावा डिपेंड करता है, आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया क्वाइट बिग है, मेनी स्टेट्स हैं। आप किसी भी स्टेट्स में अगर आपके पास एम्प्लॉयर है, आप कहीं भी जा सकते हैं। और उसके बाद लीड टू 494 की बात कर रहे हैं तो पीआर। तो ये सारी चीजें हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से मैंने काफी इन्फॉर्मेशन तो दे दी है। अगर किस कुछ मिस कर दिया है, और इरफान
जी
भाई अगर
भाई,
आप पूछें
जी
तो मुझे
मेरे
बताएं।
पास एक क्वेश्चन आपके लिए है।
जी
आपने अभी जो बात की एम्प्लॉयर स्पॉन्सर्ड की बात की, अब थोड़ा सा गाइड कीजिएगा कि एम्प्लॉयर स्पॉन्सर्ड के अलावा क्या क्या ऑप्शंस हैं फार्मासिस्ट लोगों को अपने ओन पे, जैसे 491 एक वीजा है, 190 है, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा हाईलाइट कर दीजिए प्लीज,
जी जी।
और उस पर अपडेट जो है वो भी बता दीजिए प्लीज।
अच्छा, देखें, अगर कोई इंडिपेंडेंटली आना चाहता है और उसको एम्प्लॉय नहीं मिल रहा है, सो दे आर 2 कैटेगरीज, 491 जो कि एक रीजनल वीजा है, उसके ना 5 years का वो भी मल्टीपल वीजा है, और आफ्टर 3 years यू कैन बी ए परमानेंट रेजिडेंस। और उसके ना कोई ज्यादा कंडीशन नहीं, सिर्फ 2 कंडीशन है। एक, आपको उस स्टेट्स के अंदर रहना है, और 3 years काम करना है, ठीक है। उसके ना पहले शुरू में काफी कंडीशन थी, अब ज्यादा चीजें उसमें दिखानी नहीं है। एज लॉन्ग एज आपने 3 साल का टैक्स रिटर्न आपने दिखा देना है, तो आप यू लीड टू परमानेंट रेजिडेंट। और अगर आपके पॉइंट्स इनफ हैं, और आपका इनविटेशन 190 में आ जाता है, जो कि 190 इज ए स्टेट नॉमिनेशन वीजा ऑल्सो, और इसके अंदर एम्प्लॉयर की जरूरत नहीं है, और आपको डायरेक्ट परमानेंट रेजिडेंस मिल सकता है। इवन आपकी फैमिली भी उसमें इंक्लूड हो सकती है, अगर फैमिली वाले हैं तो उसके अंदर डायरेक्ट पीआर है। और वो आप जिस स्टेट ने आपको इनवाइट किया, यूजुअली आपको उस स्टेट में मिनिमम 2 years रहना होता है, ये एक कंडीशन। उसके अलावा आपकी कोई खास कंडीशन नहीं है। लेकिन सम केसेस में अ, ऐसा भी हुआ है कि फॉर एग्जांपल वर्स्ट सिनेरियो में आपके पास जॉब नहीं है उस स्टेट में, एंड और आप साउथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में से एग्जांपल आए, और आपकी जॉब ऑफर हो रही है आपको मेलबर्न के अंदर, तो ये है कि टेक्निकली आप उनसे बोलेंगे साउथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया से कि भाई मैं मेलबर्न जाना है, वो आपको या तो ना करेंगे और ना हाँ करेंगे। इसका मतलब ये है कि आप जा सकते हैं, क्योंकि वो आपको बोलेंगे नहीं, लेकिन यस आप उनको लिख के देंगे कि भाई मेरे पास जॉब है और यहाँ मुझे मिल नहीं रही, देन आप जा सकते हैं। वो आपको फिर बाद में अलाउ कर देते हैं। तो ये दो अच्छी कैटेगरीज हैं, 491 और 190, जिसमें आपको एम्प्लॉयर की जरूरत नहीं होती। अच्छा, करंट सनारी में काफी लोगों ने बोला कि अभी न्यू जो इनकी जो इनविटेशन राउंड है वो काफी रिड्यूस कर दी इन्होंने।
जी जी,
और
16,000 हो गई जी। हाँ।
जी जी, ठीक है, देखें हुआ है, लेकिन वो अभी भी फोकस कर रहे हैं। जितने भी हेल्थ सेक्टर है,
यस।
एग्रीकल्चर है,
यस।
और हॉस्पिटैलिटी है, अभी भी उनके इनविटेशन अभी भी काफी आ रहे हैं कंपेयर टू, हम कह सकते हैं आईटी यस वेरी हार्ड, अकाउंटिंग लिटिल बिट हार्ड, लेकिन अभी भी हेल्थ से सेक्टर से जो फार्मेसिस्ट हैं, और मैंने काफी वीजा अभी भी कर रहा हूँ, और अभी भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जल्दी आ रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है, अभी भी आ रहे हैं। इनविटेशन थोड़ा स्लो डाउन हुआ है पिछले लास्ट 2 से 3 महीने में, कहूंगा काफी स्लो डाउन जरूर हुआ है, लेकिन इसका मकसद ये नहीं है कि बंदा गिव अप कर दे कि नहीं अब हमारा नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं। ये थोड़ी टाइम बिंग के लिए है। हो सकता है ये अपना कोटा बाद में बढ़ा भी देंगे। और मुझे लगता है कि इस ये जो हेल्थ से रेलेवेंट जितने भी ऑक्यूपेशन है, ये मैं बोलूंगा अनदर लास्ट 5 years, अभी भी अनदर 5 years, फॉर द 5 years इनको जरूर चाहिए बंदे, स्पेशली
वेरी गुड।
फार्मेसिस्ट।
वेरी गुड सर, बहुत जबरदस्त बात की आपने, ये जो 5 years वाली बात की है, क्योंकि
बिल्कुल
बहुत सारे फार्मासिस्ट कंफ्यूज हो गए हैं जब से ये नई पॉलिसी आई है। और खास तौर पे 2 पॉइंट्स के ऊपर आके अपनी मायूसी का इजहार करते हैं हमारे ग्रुप्स पे। कल बहुत ज्यादा एक मैं मेंबर ने आके इतनी लंबी कहानी लिख दी कि आपने कैब सेंटर खुलवा दिए इतने सारे लोगों को, आपने ये करवाया कि आप अब फीसें कैब्स को जा रही हैं और लोग इम्तहान में फेल हो जाएंगे, और वीजा वैसे भी कम हो गए हैं, तो ये तो बिजनेस डील हो गई है कैप्स वालों के लिए। तो वीजा रिजेक्ट हो रहे हैं उनके ख्याल से, और
नहीं।
इकनॉमी हालात पाकिस्तान के इतने खराब है कि फार्मासिस्टों को उनके ख्याल से वीजा नहीं मिलेंगे। तो इस पर थोड़ा सा क्लियरेंस दीजिए प्लीज।
देखें, अगर आप पाकिस्तान की बात करना चाहते हैं तो देखें उसमें जो वीजा रिफ्यूजल है वो उससे फार्मासिस्ट का कोई ताल्लुक नहीं। उसमें जो वीजा रिफ्यूज हो रहे हैं, जिस मुझे पता है उसमें टूरिस्ट वीजा काफी रिफ्यूजल आ रहे हैं, जो कि आपके
विजिट
उसका
वीजा। विजिट
विजिट,
वीजा।
जिसका आपको कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है, ठीक है ना।
बिल्कुल कोई ताल्लुक नहीं, हमारा कोई
और
ताल्लुक नहीं, हम लोग
हमारा कोई
फार्मासिस्ट।
स्किल वीजा का, चाहे इवन फार्मासिस्ट ना भी हो, कोई भी स्किल वीजा, उसका इस वीजाओं रिफ्यूजल से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है।
ठीक है।
जो वीजा
वेरी,
रिफ्यूजल आ
बहुत
रहे हैं वो
बहुत
ओनली
जबरदस्त
फॉर
बात है।
टूरिस्ट और सम स्टूडेंट वीजा ड्यू टू पाकिस्तान सिचुएशन।
तो वो उसका
और
भी
टूरिस्ट
ताल्लुक
वीजा,
हमारे से नहीं है, स्टूडेंट
उससे
वीजा
भी
का भी
आपका
हमारी कैटेगरी से,
कोई
हमारे
ताल्लुक
उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है। तो आप लोग
मतलब इस
जरूर से ये बात गौर से समझिए, जो जहीर बात ने क्लेरिफाई कर दी है इस बात को, एज ए रजिस्टर्ड माइग्रेंट पर्सन विद 10 year एक्सपीरियंस, 13 year एक्सपीरियंस, कि वो जो कमेंट्स कल चल रहे थे कि वीजा कम हो गए, वीजा रिजेक्ट हो रहे हैं, तो उससे हमारा
नहीं,
कोई लेना देना नहीं है। इज
कोई
ए वेरी
ताल्लुक नहीं है।
क्लियर। बहुत बहुत
बिल्कुल
शुक्रिया
बिल्कुल।
साहब,
नहीं
आपने इस
नहीं
बात
कोई।
को इस फोरम पे आके इतने 50 लोग अभी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, इसके अलावा कोई
चलो,
20 या 30 लोग हमें यूट्यूब पे लाइव देख रहे हैं। तो ये मैसेज बिल्कुल ब्रॉडली आगे दोस्तों को दीजिए कि फार्मासिस्ट के लिए वो जो जो भी बात कहीं हुई है उससे हमारा कोई कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है, ना स्टूडेंट ना विजिट वीजा। जी प्लीज प्लीज
बिल्कुल
प्लीज।
बिल्कुल। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैं इसीलिए देखें आप लोग को दोबारा बोलूंगा, आप डिसहार्ट ना हो, जो लोग कैप्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं या कर चुके हैं और कल वो ये इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन जब भी हमारे कंट्री में आती है, वो सिर्फ ओनली ट्रैवल करती है सिर्फ टूरिस्ट वीजाओं के लिए और स्टूडेंट वीजा के लिए। स्किल माइग्रेशन से इसका कोई ताल्लुक कभी भी नहीं रहा है, क्योंकि मैं ये काम बहुत अरसे से कर रहा हूँ और ये अप एंड डाउन आते रहते हैं। और अनलेस की स्किल माइग्रेशन ऑस्ट्रेलिया अगर कोई करता है कि भाई फर्स्ट एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि वो कहता है भाई स्लो डाउन हो गया, बंद कर देता है, ऐसा जो कि अभी कभी भी नहीं हुआ, बंद कभी भी नहीं किए, एक्सेप्ट कोविड में हुआ था, वो भी स्लो डाउन हो गए थे कोविड के अंदर काफी हद तक। और लेकिन ये कि इसका हमारी इकोनॉमी से स्किल माइग्रेशन वीजा का या फार्मेसी वीजा कोई ताल्लुक नहीं। तो मैं जो लोग भी अभी तैयारी कर रहे हैं कर चुके हैं, प्लीज आप करते रहें, कंटिन्यू करें और डिसहार्ट ना हो। इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह जरूर करेगा आप लोग का जो भी आप लोग का माइंड है, अल्लाह आपके लिए हेल्प करेगा इंशाल्लाह जरूर। और लेकिन वो जाहिर है आपको पता ही है, इट्स बेस्ड ऑन आप आपकी पॉइंट सिस्टम और ये सारी चीजें आपको करनी है। अगर आप सोचेंगे कैप्स पास कर लिए तो इसका मतलब आपको पीआर मिल जाएगा, दैट्स वो भी नहीं है। जाहिर आपको उसके लिए थोड़ी मेहनत करना पड़ेगी, उसमें सारे फैक्टर, उसमें एज फैक्टर है, आपकी इंग्लिश है, एक्सपीरियंस है, ये सारे फैक्टर अलग अपनी जगह पर मौजूद है।
जी, बहुत 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 ही आपने वैल्यू गोल्ड वाली बातें की हैं इस वक्त। और इससे मेरे ख्याल से जो हमारे सुनने वाले हैं उनको जो उनका जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल है वो बहुत ज़्यादा बहाल हो गया है। और अब वो कहीं भी किसी भी फोरम पे होंगे, अब वो कहीं मिसगाइड नहीं होंगे इस बात से कि कहीं वीज़ा नंबर्स ड्रॉप हो गए या वीज़ा रिजेक्शन बड़े आ रहे हैं। तो उस वो जहाँ भी बात होगी ना, तो आप ये समझ ले फार्मासिस्ट की बात नहीं हो रही है जो कि इस पाथवे से, स्किल्ड पाथवे से आ रहे हैं। तो ये बड़ी अच्छी बात हुई है। तो जय भाई, मैं मेरे पास कुछ एक दो सवालात हैं जो मैं आपसे क्विकली क्विकली बस पूछूंगा। आप उनके
ठीक
मतलब कोई आंसर दे सकते हैं, मोस्ट मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल गोल्ड होगा
ठीक।
उनके लिए। एक एक सवाल है कि आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन विद अ गेस्ट दैट डोंट हैव एनी जॉब एक्सपीरियंस, अभी कोई जॉब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, कैप्स पास करते हैं, 190 अप्लाई करते हैं, तो फैमिली के साथ मिनिमम स्कोर क्या होना चाहिए, ये सवाल है उनका।
देखें मिनिमम स्कोर आपको पता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में स्किल माइग्रेशन का जो बेंच मार्क है वो मिनिमम 65 तो है।
जबरदस्त।
65 तो मिनिमम आपको हर सूरत में चाहिए चाहिए। अब उसके अंदर आपकी एज फैक्टर है, अब आपकी एज अगर फर्स्ट करो 33 के अंडर है तो आपको 30 पॉइंट्स मिल जाएंगे। अगर किसी की एज बिटवीन 33 to 39 है तो उसके 25 पॉइंट्स उसको मिलेंगे। ठीक है ना, तो ये
जबरदस्त।
पॉइंट्स हैं। फिर एक्सपीरियंस पे चलो ठीक है, आप माइनस भी हम कर देते हैं, आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन के 15 पॉइंट्स। तो से एग्जाम्पल किसी की 30 एज है और क्वालिफिकेशन की बैचलर्स है तो 45 पॉइंट्स उनके वैसे ही बन जाते हैं। प्लस अगर आइल्स में अगर 7 बैंड इन ईच कंपोनेंट लेकर आते हैं तो आपके कितने बन गए, अपना 45 एंड ये 50 हो गए। ठीक है, इसमें अभी तक एक्सपीरियंस मैंने अभी तक नहीं देखा है। और से अगर मैरिड पर्सन है और उनकी वाइफ खाली इंग्लिश में ही 6 नीच लेके आ जाती है तो 5 पॉइंट वो भी हेल्प कर सकती है। तो ये आपके
जबरदस्त।
हो गए।
ये सवाल बड़ा पूछा जाता है कि
जी
स्पाउस की क्या
जी।
इंग्लिश की रिक्वायरमेंट है, तो आपने बड़ी अच्छी बात बता दी है। सब सुन ले भाई, 6 पॉइंट होना चाहिए,
6
60।
पॉइंट ईच अगर आपकी वाइफ ले आती है तो वो आपको हेल्प कर सकती हैं एक्स्ट्रा 5 पॉइंट में। और अगर उनके पास भी असेसमेंट हो जाए तो एक्स्ट्रा 5 पॉइंट्स और आपको मिल सकता है, देन 10 पॉइंट भी आप क्लेम कर सकते हैं वाइफ की तरफ से।
लेकिन वो जरूरी नहीं है ना, वो
वो जरूरी
इम्पोर्टेंट।
नहीं है, वो जरूरी नहीं
जरूरी।
है, वो आपके लिए हेल्प करती है अगर आपके पॉइंट्स कम है तो।
मतलब
अगर
इंग्लिश
किसी के
कर लें,
पॉइंट्स,
एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट ले लें तो
बिल्कुल
जरूरी नहीं
बिल्कुल
है।
बिल्कुल।
हाँ,
तो
जबरदस्त।
मिनिमम 65 मतलब ये मैंने बताया कि अगर आपने हो जाते हैं यूजुअली, जैसे 491 में अगर किसी के पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं भी है तो वो 65 हो जाते हैं उसके, क्योंकि स्टेट की तरफ से 15 पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं।
ठीक है, बहुत अच्छी
तो
बात। एक
15
और सब।
स्टेट पॉइंट। जी जी
नहीं,
बोलिए।
थैंक यू वेरी मच जय भाई, मेरे ख्याल से आपने सारे पॉइंट, या अगर कुछ रह गया तो प्लीज खत्म कर लीजिए इस पॉइंट, इस पे।
हाँ मैं यही कहना चाह रहा था, जैसे 15 पॉइंट्स स्टेट के मिल जाते हैं तो तकरीबन 60 प्लस 60 हो ही जाएंगे अगर किसी के पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है। लेकिन एक ड्रॉबैक है, कुछ स्टेट्स की रिक्वायरमेंट ये होती है कि मिनिमम एक्सपीरियंस 12 मंथ्स का रिक्वायर्ड होता है। लेकिन कुछ स्टेट ऐसी भी हैं जो विदाउट एक्सपीरियंस के भी इन्विटेशन इशू हो
ये
जाता है। ठीक है ना,
कौन सी
तो वो
स्टेट्स
भी
हैं
है।
सर, वो भी बता दीजिए अगर आपके जहन में है अभी।
वो उसमें आजकल काफी पॉपुलर है, वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया आजकल बहुत उसमें आ रहा है। ठीक है ना, वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया
यस।
है
यस।
नंबर 1। और एक आध दो स्टेट भी हैं, लेकिन ये कि यूजुअली 12 मंथ्स अगर एक्सपीरियंस हो तो बेस्ट है मतलब।
लेकिन
ठीक है
ये
ना।
ना, ये जो जो आपने छोटी सी बात बताई है ना कि वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया वेलकम कर रही है नो एक्सपीरियंस,
जी
ये
बिल्कुल करिए।
उनके लिए बड़ा गोल्ड मैसेज है जो अभी फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट बाहर आए हैं, जो अभी 1 साल के अंदर अंदर बाहर आए, जिन्होंने भी एक्सपीरियंस पूरा साल भर का नहीं लिया है और कैप्स करके पास हो गए। तो ये उनके लिए तो बड़ा ही एक
बहुत
सुनहरी मैसेज आपने दिया है, और ये ऑथेंटिसिटी बताती है कि वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया वेलकम करिए। और दूसरी स्टेट्स अगर आपके जहन में आ रहा है तो बता दीजिए, वरना बाद में बता दीजिएगा, हम
ठीक
मैसेज
है,
फर्दर
ठीक है,
बता
कर देंगे,
देंगे।
उसमें मैं डाल दूंगा। ठीक है, ठीक
बहुत बहुत खूबसूरत बात। और एक एक सवाल है, हमारे ग्रुप में बहुत अमीर मेरे ख्याल से मेंबर हैं, वो पूछ रहे हैं कि मैं कितना बैंक बैलेंस शो करूं जब मैं वीजा लॉन्च करूं, 491 या 190? इस पे कुछ बताएंगे आप?
अच्छा, देखें, बैंक की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसी, कोई सच ऐसी नहीं है उसके अंदर कि आपको कोई 100,000 या जो शो करना नहीं। इसमें बैंक स्टेटमेंट की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है। एक जमाने में बैंक स्टेटमेंट की बहुत ज्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट हुआ
अच्छा
करती थी, उस पर 5 पॉइंट भी मिला करते थे।
अच्छा, तो अभी अभी आप बगैर बैंक स्टेटमेंट के काम चला सकते हैं, अपने वीजे को 491 और 190 को कर
जी
सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल आ सकते, बिल्कुल।
जबरदस्त, वेरी गुड सर। ये छोटी छोटी देखें इनके, हमारे फार्मासिस्ट दोस्तों की कुछ सवालात थे।
जी
गुड मॉर्निंग, आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द लैंग्वेज यू शेयर, ओ माय गॉड। चलिए हम थोड़ी सी इंग्लिश में ज़्यादा बात करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे साथ
सॉरी,
नॉन
सॉरी।
इंग्लिश नॉन उर्दू लोग भी हैं इसमें ग्रुप के अंदर।
ओके,
थैंक
ओके।
यू फॉर रिमाइंडिंग दैट। व्हाट इज फॉर्म 80 एंड व्हाट कंपलसरी, इज इट कंपलसरी फॉर 491 और 190? ये एक सवाल किसी ने पूछा है, आप इस पे कुछ बताना चाहेंगे सर?
Form 80 is a very important form for personal information for any person who's coming for migration to Australia. Usually is required for all permanent visa, especially 491 and 190, 189 visa. Okay? Form 80 is required all your information, your family information, your parent, your brother, sister information, your whole travel history information in the past, any refusal in the past for any country, you have to provide all the information. It is like a book, which is you have to produce in a manner, genuine manner. So you can't hide information. If you hide something in Form 86 example, and if they picked up in, even you got permanent residence, say example, and if you hide some very bad something, and then they picked up in future, even you come to Australia, your visa can be denied. So Form 80 is very, very important. You have to give honest answer in Form
Honest,
80.
honest, that's very important. Thank you,
Honest answer, honest answer.
थैंक यू जय भाई। एक सवाल है कि विच स्टेट टेरिटरी इज गुड फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मासिस्ट? आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस है?
Industrial pharmacy, I'll probably say it's changed all the time. Okay, some states, say example, at the moment, if it's available South Australia and Western Australia and Queensland, say example, I'm just giving example. It doesn't mean that you can move into that. By the time you have caps, by the time you apply for invitation, because once you haven't received any invitation, if that occupation is removed from the state, then you can't. So until you get your invitation from the state, then you can apply from that state. So if I say today is a South Australia is good, say example,
Yes,
and
yes.
and you are on the way, you apply for EOI and it's still waiting for invitation. Somehow next week, if it's removed, then we can't do anything. So but then is available in some other state, say Victoria or maybe Queensland. So I can't give you this answer because it
Right
changed
now, okay.
quite frequently,
It's going to change.
and
So
it changed frequently.
ठीक है,
But
that's
yes, but there are some state they are available, but but I can't give it because it's a typical answer. If I say something, yes, this is state is good, and
Yep.
somehow it's removed,
It's not valid,
then
yes.
you will say, oh, I told you that it was
Yes.
South Australia was good, but then it's removed.
ओके, नो थैंक यू। एक और सवाल है उसी से, इंडस्ट्री से रिलेटेड के, कैन यू प्लीज प्रोवाइड सम सॉर्ट ऑफ गाइडेंस फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मासिस्ट के वो मतलब मेरे ख्याल से ब्रॉड सवाल है कि वो करें ना करें या कैसे करें, इस पे बात कर रहे हैं वो।
Industrial pharmacists, I mean, as you probably know, some of you probably know, it has to be assessed by vet assess.
Yes.
Vet assess it's not a simple assessing bodies. You have to follow all the requirements, especially work experience requirement, and the format they require. And the good thing is, I'll probably say for you guys probably, some people don't know, usually you required a verified degree from HEC, which is removed by the vet assess removed on 8th of August. No longer required verified from HEC from 8th of August. for Pakistan. So, which is good. So industrial pharmacy, you required number one assessment from VETASES, and then once you have a positive assessment, then you can move on further. So,
okay. Zaheer bhai, how much time VITAS is taking at this moment for assessment for such VITAS cases like industry or technician?
VETASES at the moment currently taking between 3 to 4 months average time for
wow.
normal process, which is $982. But if you pay extra $623, it can be done in 2 weeks' time.
Okay. Thank you very much. And अगला सवाल आप देखते हैं. Could you please give me some more information regarding 494 visa? आपने पहले बात कर ली उस पे, who is eligible and criteria and this. देखिए इसमें तो आप पहले बता भी चुके हैं कि ये तो employer sponsored visa है ना, 494, is that right?
491 visa is an independent visa.
Sorry, 494 की बात हो रही है.
494, yes.
की क्वेश्चन किया उन्होंने.
Yes, 494 is it's a employer nomination visa.
Okay.
It doesn't require a points, but you must have minimum IELTS 6 in each component, 3 years experience, and full assessment.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you. हम next question पे जाते हैं. और बहुत सारे लोग तारीफ कर रहे हैं कि we are relieved because of the information that you just provided. We are relieved. Thank you for arranging this session. Amazing. For family 491 and 190 visa, can dependent need to attempt PTE? How much score is required? आपने पहले बता दिया. Yes, अगर वो करना चाहे एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट के लिए तो कर लें, और 60 उसका रिक्वायरमेंट है, तो आपने पहले इसको बता दिया. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
लेकिन मैं एक चीज बता दूं इसके लिए, सॉरी क्लियर कर दूं. For 491 and 190 for dependent, normal without for point, not for point purpose, for normally it's required for dependent spouse 4.5 functional language requirement.
Okay.
If they don't have IELTS or PTE, it can be waived through their degree. If they have a degree, master degree or bachelor, it can be waived.
Thank you. Thank you very much. एक सवाल है जो कि एक बड़ा उन्होंने सवाल किया कि what are the chances for new pharmacists or new fresh pharmacists to pass the CAPS?
देखें वो तो अपने बंदे की ऊपर है कि वो
पढ़ाई पे डिपेंड करेगा और
कैसे पास करा.
उसकी कितनी नीड है, कितनी उसकी वो है चाहत है ऑस्ट्रेलिया आने की.
बिल्कुल देखें
हमारे
तो
साथ
वो तो उसके ऊपर है, वो कितना घी डालते हैं और उसमें मेहनत करते हैं. अब वो अगर कैप्स पास कर लेते हैं तो इंशाल्लाह देखें वो तो नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस तो फिर वो कर सकते हैं ना. कैप्स तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. अगर फ्रेश वाला बंदा है तो ज़ाहिर उसके लिए एक्सपीरियंस है नहीं, लेकिन मेहनत.
जहीर भाई का जो काम है वो तो कैप्स के बाद शुरू होता है. कैप्स से पहले जो है वो आपको खुद ही करना है.
कैप्स के लिए मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
ओके, दैट्स वेरी नाइस. तो कैप्स के लिए हमने बहुत सारे मोटिवेशनल टॉपिक्स शेयर किए हुए हैं, टॉक्स की हुई हैं, तो उसको फॉलो करेंगे तो आपका पास हो जाएगा. आप हमारे ग्रुप में तो इंशाल्लाह बाकी जैसे जुलाई में 60 लोगों ने अटेंड किया, 55 खड़क से पास हो गए, आप भी पास कर लेंगे.
बिल्कुल इंशाल्लाह.
अगला सवाल है, sir, can you please again share the main point discussing as we joined session lately? लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से हमने अभी बीच में मेरे ख्याल से काफी देर का मैसेज है. Okay, age barrier for accepting pharmacist immigration to Australia. Please describe in English. So age limit. They are asking about the age limit for the visa for pharmacists.
Age limit is normal for immigration point of view is 44. So you have to be under 44 for skilled migration. I'm just talking about skilled migration visas for the point basis only.
Okay.
But if you're coming on a say working visa, say 407, 482, or 400 visa, you can be 50 or you can be 50 plus. There's no requirement on that visa. But skilled migration under 44.
So you're saying that anyone who's applying for 407 or 494 employer nomination visa, they can be eligible to come on age above 44, like above 44.
not 494. 494 is you must be under 44.
Okay.
You can be up to 50. They can waive you. You can be up to 50, but depend. It can be some state can waive age as well. But basically, I mean, you have to be 44. That's for the point visas. I'm talking about the point visa only. So you're talking about the point visa or you're talking about the employer visa?
I'm just talking about the age. What is the pathway for such person who is 50 and is still thinking that he want to come to Australia on pharmacist caps?
See, caps, there's no limit of age for the caps.
Yes, I know that. Yes,
I'm just, if you want to do just a cap, there's no age limit for the caps exam. Caps exam nothing to do with immigration. Immigration comes after. When you decide which visa you want to consider for the visa, either you want to 491, 190, 494, they're all different kind of visas. So every kind of visa, all these categories, they all have their own different age limit. So point purposes, as I explained to you before, if you are under 26, you get maximum 30 points. If you are more than 26 to 30, 33, you can get 30 points. 33 to 39, you get 25 points. 39 to 44, you get 15 points. And then after 44.0.
Okay.
For skilled migration visa.
Thank you. I hope Lynette, who asked this question specifically in English, you got an answer. Okay, next question is, say, other points of rising points, any courses. Nadia, I'm not getting your point. I'm not getting your question. आप दोबारा question कीजिएगा, इसको हम नहीं pick कर पाए. Please specify your question to pharmacy profession, not other profession. Okay, what are the options for pharmacy technician for visa after getting assessment from Vitasis? Which states are best to get sponsorship visa, a state sponsorship visa for pharmacy technician? Which sir experience आप अपना share करेंगे?
Pharmacy technician is it's shortlisted is number of states. Currently, in South Australia, and there are few states I haven't checked it yet recently, last few days actually, because it's but it's available for 2 or 3 states in Australia.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Again, sawal for zero experience for caps passing offshore. So you already explained that. ये पूछेंगे which is best state for offshore with zero experience. आपने पहले बता दिया कि Western Australia.
So Western Australia and yes, Queensland.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Lynette, we'll try to speak in English. I know that there are a few.
Yes, sorry, Lynette. Yes, you can ask me anything. I'm happy to answer you.
No, we keeping in English now. Do we require any experience for visa 491? Okay. Same again.
If it's point tested visa, yes. Same again. Point tested visa depend of your age, qualification, experience, English points, and it's depend. And if it's no experience, if it's less than 12 months experience, okay. Only, as I said, Western Australia is a good state at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Our friend, I think she passed the CAPS exam, and she's asking a question that what would be the visa status of spouse in case of subclass 190 and 491. So what is the status for the spouse? She will be main applicant, but the spouse ka status pushing.
Once you grant, if you apply as a family visa with husband, wife, and kid, status, once you grant the visa, either 491 or 190 visa, you will, everyone get the same visa subclass. And they same visa for both of them. They multiple visas, 5 years, multiple, say 190 is multiple 5 years, multiple visa, and the requirements are the same, pretty much
that's
same.
very good. Hopefully, Samir, you got the answer. Okay, experience assessment required from professional body like pharmacy or pharmacy council, and not required for fulfilling state nomination requirement like ACT and Western Australia need 1 year 1 year offshore experience to be eligible for the nomination. Is this like a question or a comment? I think. Okay.
So I can't get one.
Go to the next question. कुछ कहना चाहेंगे इस बारे में? Or we go to the next question. It looks like a comment to me. This change will affect visa ratio of pharmacy technician. The question is that will this changes in affect the visa stay ratios for pharmacy technician?
Overall, yeah, it will be changed little for a while. I'll probably say yes if they reduce the number of invitation for all-around visas. It might be a little bit change, but not much change. As I explained to you before, there's still shortage of pharmacists and health worker in regional
Yes.
area. But at the time being, yes, maybe a little bit effect because of the less quota, maybe I probably say, but it's going to be ongoing. It's going to be, I mean, it's going to be shortage. It's not going to be filled quickly. It's going to take a few years.
And then you have already explained very nicely in the
Yes,
start of the session that this is related to, we are talking about pharmacists, so that will not affect as compared to other professions. You already highlighted. So if you have missed this session from the start, recording will be there on YouTube. You can watch it again. All right. So thank you. I'll go for the next question. Can a fresh marriage can apply visa with the spouse?
Yes, can apply. Yes, as long as you are legally married and you have marriage certificate, yes, you can apply. I mean, you can include your spouse.
That's good. Kindly tell me if pharmaceutical regulatory job experience is valid for industrial pharmacist or not.
As I explained to you before, I mean, industrial pharmacists, you need to get positive assessment from vet assess, and they will assess your experience. I mean, accordingly, you have to provide your experience accordingly, the requirement of industrial pharmacist, or if you are a different occupation, R&D or quality assurance. There are three occupations similar. You can choose, and if you have most relevant experience in any of the field, then you can choose for the assessment.
Okay, thank you. A question is asked, if we have 2 years experience, although we can't get points of it, should we show it or we hide it?
No, it's always good to show it because, well,
it's very good.
You're good to show it. I mean, you don't have to hide. I mean, if you have experience in the field, well, best to show it. I mean, why you have to hide for that one? Because if you, say example, if you're going for apply for industrial pharmacist, of course, you need a 12 months experience anyway. So once you have 12 months experience, of course, you can get a positive assessment. If you hide, how are you going to get the better assessment?
Okay. A comment here, there's a comment for you, Zaheer, saying that your efforts, like my efforts, inviting you as a guest is truly commendable. It's not only addresses all our uncertainties, but also make us feel valued. A heartfelt thank you to you and you, sir, as well. Being the guest and being on board, and your endeavors are greatly appreciated. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Samin is again asking, how many points shall we process minimum before additional state nomination point? For instance, 5 points case of 190 or 15 points for 491 visa. She's asking about
asking about for 491 or 190.
Both. She's asking that 5 points, can she claim for 190? Yep. Or can she claim 15 points for 491 in that state nomination process, I think.
Yes. I mean, of course, I mean, if you can achieve, say, 65 points without state nomination for 491, for example, if you can achieve your point 65 before state nomination, of course, your point will be extra 15, so your point will be nearly 80. And same again, if you already achieved 60 points and you get 5 points extra from the state, there will be 70. I mean, more point is always valuable, of course. If you have a more point, is the more chances you will get invitation quicker, as I said. I mean, 65 is pretty good for pharmacy technicians and pharmacists. I mean, it's good, it's okay. But I'm saying if you get more point, it's better.
That's very good. Thank you. Then again, a beautiful message from one of our friend. She's saying that so grateful to be part of your community, sir. Sir, can you kindly guide about the process for apply for 190 for onshore? Onshore. She is in Australia, I guess. An immigration agent has misguided her a lot. Thank you so much.
That's very common, actually. I've got so many clients, even onshore. I've done a lot of onshore visa as well. If you are onshore and depend of your visa category, I don't know at the moment, so you can apply for, I mean, as long as you have caps. If you have a caps, it's still available. You still can apply for 190, 491 if you're looking for the point tested visas. I mean, depend on the point test. I don't know how many points you have at the moment. So yes, you have to go through your points, and you still can apply for these two visa. Or unless if you are working for some employer already, then you can apply for 494 if you are in a regional area. There are 2-3 options available for you. I mean, I'm doing a lot of onshore visa at the moment, and from different states, Queensland, especially I'm doing a lot of Queenslander visas. They are onshore at the moment, and a lot of in Western Australia as well. So yeah, I mean, you can apply for onshore visa as well for 190 or 491.
Thank you so much. There's a question asking that please ask with a guest that what are the chances for visa or as a pharmacy technician after getting positive assessment from Vitasis? What states best for pharmacy technician? I think you already explained that.
Yeah, I already explained before. Yes, I mean, as I said before, again, I mean, first of all, we need to know how many points you will achieve. As I said in the past, if you get over 65, it's always a good chance. I mean, you can get invited by state.
Okay. There's one question which probably I don't know. HEC, which is I think a attestation body or attestation body in Pakistan, and I don't know what is MOFA. Recognized degrees are required at any point for visa.
What is it?
MOFA. I don't know what does it mean, but her point is that attestation is required for visa process for the document.
No. Well, nowadays, even Department of Immigration, they require highly quality scan document are acceptable. You don't need to attest your documentation for visa purpose.
Oh, amazing.
As long as you have quality scan document acceptable.
Color scan,
no need to verify. No need to verify unless if they have doubt, for example, and they think all this is bogus document or something like that. Yes, they may be ask for verification. But for immigration point of view or any visa application, you need only scan documents only.
That's so important information, Zahier. This is something which is very valuable for some people who are wasting time for sending their document to attestation bodies and spending money. Is amazing news. Thank you for coming on board and telling this so openly to these pharmacists. I have a quick question. I have a few questions left. It is necessary to register with APRA using provisional pharmacist registration after passing CAPS. Is it necessary? I would say yes, yes. Can we apply? Can we apply after arriving in Australia by submitting an expression of interest? AOI? How this person will come to
EOI, maybe.
EOI,
express of interest.
Yes.
You can apply even before you coming to Australia, as long as you have enough points, or you can do it after when you come to Australia. It's up to you.
But Zaheer, how this person will come to Australia before he got a visa? Because EOI is a process of the visa.
Maybe if he comes on 407 visa or other visas.
Okay.
Say example, if the person already got a sponsor and he's coming on say other visa, and then he want to apply for EOI while he in Australia, say onshore, for example.
Okay.
But yes, of course, I mean, EOI has to be done. If he hasn't arrived in Australia and he wants to come to Australia for like a skilled migration, EOI is the first step after the assessment and minimum IELTS score of 6 in each, which is 0 point, but 7 in each component it's 10 points. Of PT is 65 in each component for 10 points.
Thank you. Zaheer, there's a question for testing of your knowledge. Sir, how long will it take to grade or grant the visa after passing CAPS?
Well, passing CAPS is nothing to do visa. I mean, you have to apply for I mean, this is CAPS is the one pathway. You just pass the exam and then you got the assessment. There are number of steps after that. There's the EOI, then state nomination application, and then visa application. So once you apply for EOI, and then you will receive invitations, example, from the state. There are some state, then you have to apply for ROI, for register of interest, or there's another pathway, or some state send you invitation and then ask you to apply for nomination as well. And once you are fully invited by a state, then you can apply for visa.
I think Zaheer, he's maybe asking that once we apply the visa and how much it will take in waiting time. This is what maybe he's asking.
All right. Okay.
Just give me. I know that on website is written 36 months, but in your experience, if you can give some months and figure or years.
If you are talking about just the farm, because there's all depend of your occupation as well, and sometimes I'll probably say depend of the country as well. In this scenario, I'll probably say, they don't discriminate. The immigration doesn't discriminate, but I say sometimes it's a factor of your passport as well for visa time. Not to refuse or anything like that, but it's a time. Yes, I'll probably say after once you lodge your application, and if you submitted all your documents properly and everything, if you've done your medical, if you provide all the document, I probably say 3 to 6 months will take after that. That's normally will take. I have so many applications, they come up within 2-3 weeks after, once everything done, medical and everything done, got it within 4 weeks time. But as I said, maybe after lodging application can take up to 6 months, and worst scenario can take up to 12 months.
Okay, that's very good. Question is asked by someone not showing their name. If anyone have a visa rejection from any other country, is that any hindrance in applying 190?
No, I mean, as long as I said in the past, Form 80 is very important. And you have to answer honest answer. If you refuse for any country, any visa, you just answer positively, and it doesn't affect you Australian visa. Yes, if you're applying for tourist visa, say example, and you was tourist visa refused for another country, it might affect you. But any other skill visa doesn't affect. Even you refuse for any country, even for 10 countries, I don't think so any problem, because you're coming on a skill visa or employer visa.
Okay. India, there's a friend from India, Mr. Sundarpal, saying, thank you very much for your efforts. Thank you very much for your time, sir. He's very, very happy to listen to you. A person is asking a very simple question, which probably everyone know. How many years the IELTS score is valid for? So is it 2 years?
Okay, IELTS, it's for 3 years actually. It says, yes, it says on the certificate it's 2 years. But immigration point of view, it's valid for 3 years.
Oh my God. Okay. What about PTE, sir, then?
Same, 3 years. Immigration purpose, all the IELTS PTE, it's valid for 3 years.
Even it says 2 years.
Even it says 2 years for migration, only for migration purpose.
Oh my God, what a valuable information we're getting here today. Oh my God, I was not aware about it. Oh my God.
Yes, it's valid for migration purpose, 3 years.
Okay, one friend, he's sharing his friend's story, saying that one of my friend visa 190 got rejected due to the points. They didn't get right of renewal, any possibility to go for review. Sattar, I want to know, is that a pharmacist or is this a non-pharmacist? Please keep limit this session to pharmacists. Don't bring any other profession, because if that person is rejected and if he was not a pharmacist, there's no point of discussing that scenario here. But Sir Zaheer, would you like to say?
Thank you. Thank you for asking the question from the immigration agent. Thanks to him as well. He's pharmacist. He applied. He got invitation while he was in Dubai. He passed CAPS. He got invitation. He applied for 190. The reason today they have given is that your points you have claimed while submitting your EOI was 75. But while launching your application for visa, you have provided the evidence for 70 points. Hereby, they have rejected the visa and they did not give the right of review. So can we go for review by any chance?
Okay, over to you, Zaheer. This is the pharmacist case.
Okay. If he claims, say, example, extra point, say, example, if probably was eligible for maybe 60, I'm just saying example, and if he claimed 60 point, of course, his visa get refused, okay? Because the invitation time, you claim it 70, and maybe when immigration department check, it was 65. We may claim for some extra 5 points for something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't have different. it's if he apply for offshore visa, usually you cannot apply for a review because you are offshore and you don't have, unless if he applied to a state nomination, he can only ask state if they can ask for review on behalf of him, but then he has to seek a state permission to, the state has to apply. He can't apply himself directly.
Yes, sir. He is in Dubai currently, but in the rejection letter, they have said that you have no rights to review.
Yes,
So,
he can't directly apply. Only state, if he state, as I said, if he's sponsored by state and the state's willing to review, they can. But then usually state doesn't do it.
yeah, he was sponsored by state. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
No worries, no worries.
So Zaheer bhai, is that any option for that person? Can he apply for
Yes,
new
he
visa?
can. Well, what he can do, he can reload his EOI again and make sure he get correct points. But
Yes.
probably he claimed last time maybe extra points. Sometimes people don't understand. They think they can claim whatever the points, they don't no, because they think it's easy sometimes. So they claim he can do it again. He put a new EOI with the correct point, and then if he get invited, he can apply for it.
Okay. And Sir Sattar, I want to know that person or that friend of yours who was doing this, was he doing this on his own knowledge or was he involved with a consultant? That's one question I need to ask, please.
No, he was doing by his own, like he was guided by us all together, but I'm sure he did not claim his 75 points purposely, and he was very honest. I mean, this was done by mistake. I'm sure he is, when he was he have done, I'm not sure, maybe he was turned 40 at the time of application, but at the time of EOI he was below 40, or I'm not sure, like maybe he claimed some experience points less, but there's some mistake he has done, but he did not realize what he has done.
Okay. Another point, I don't have any commission-based thing with Zaheer bhai, okay? But I would recommend that use some expert person when some delegacy is there in your cases. So use, I mean, you can take Zaheer by contact number and maybe he can help you. All right. He's based in Melbourne.
Sir. Yes, sir. I'll text you on WhatsApp. I'll just get Zaheer by number. I'll put him in contact with him. Let's see if he can help.
And Zaheer bhai, I want to say a disclosure statement from you as well, because you know me from last many years and how many companies
trust you. I mean, you don't need to get the disclosure. Come and see. We all trust you.
No, thank you. No, that's good.
So many pharmacy owners in Australia know Zaheer bhai for his work because of his quick response for their visa requirement, especially the pharmacist companies everywhere, like Western Australia, South Australia, New South Wales, Canberra, Victoria. So he knows the pharmacist profession very deeply, and also medical doctors as well.
Yes, I'm at the moment, I'm one of the representative or one of the pharmacy, if I might probably know that, Star Pharmacy.
Oh, yes.
There's one of quite big pharmacy in Australia. I think they have about 80 stores in Australia.
Yes.
So I'm dealing with them, and they're pretty happy with me, and so I'm dealing their most of cases at the moment.
It's a big company in Australia, and Zaheer bhai is the advisor for that company, so no need for introduction. And Zaheer bhai don't give me any commission. So
no, I don't.
Once in a while, maybe I met him once during Cricket World Cup, or last time I was in Melbourne on a birthday. That's it. No other. It's just a great relationship between me and him, and he's helping pharmacists, and I'm very, very highly appreciative for his work, his honest work to all pharmacist community and medical community.
Same. I will say, Pharmbai is doing this job. I mean, helping all the pharmacies and putting all his effort. I think no one will do it, and because he's a busy man also. He's running his business. He's doing all this, and then probably say, if it will be very hard for me to give all this time, to be honest. As a helping all the
special
pharmacists.
Request from him, please give me 10 minutes. I actually snatched his time. I was saying just come for 10 minutes. Now I think we are doing like 40 minutes so far. Thank you very much. And during Cricket World Cup time, I'm really privileged to talked to some very high professionals, sporting professionals, connecting directly to Zaheer during those sporting events, and he helped a lot of sports people during Cricket World Cup as well. This is all private, but I'm just telling you, his knowledge and his availability for me is always there. So if you contact him with my reference, he will respond to you. And yes, so I even during Cricket World Cup time, I was sitting somewhere midnight somewhere. So I called him around 12 or 1 o'clock in the night, and he replied me that yes, we can meet or we can do this and that. So amazing help from him.
For me, there's a question. Somebody asking me for, there was a visa was refused and asking for refund from the Department of Immigration.
Okay, that's your area, sir.
I probably I think it's Sarah. I think she's asking for the question for refundable. I mean, Sarah, you can apply. You can apply. I mean, I mean, nothing wrong to apply. You can apply, request department. Depend on the situation, how you got the visa refused or someone got refused, and sometimes department can refund the visa application charge. It depends on the condition or depend on the circumstances of the refusal. But it's not 100%. I mean, most cases you don't get refund because it's already said when you apply for visa, it's already said and non-refundable. But it's nothing wrong to apply.
Just try. Zaheer, one more question, saying that we have a family of 5 and I don't have experience. I'm applying CAPS or whatever pathway, and I want to know which one is better to apply. Is it 491 or 190?
Well, 491 is it's, well, 190 is the best because it's a permanent resident visa, and if you have a family as well. But of course, if you still get 491, and it's good visa because you don't have to score higher. I mean, you can because you will get extra 15 points from the state as well. So don't forget. I mean, you still get permanent resident, like a temporary permanent resident, 5 years visa, and your medical is free, and your children can also free in schooling as well. So it's not much different with 190. I mean, I know 190 is a peace of mind, is a permanent resident, but 491 is of course 5 years. Then 3 years after you have to apply for 191, which is a new visa. There will be a 191 visa, and you will be a permanent resident. And once you're here in Australia for 491, I don't think so be any refusal chance for in future, as long as you're working in your field for 3 years, and or in any field. I mean, when you come to Australia 491, you have to work here, and then you just you can be work any job. You don't have to be pharmacist.
So are you in favor of saying that 491 is better to choose as compared to?
No, I'm not saying favor. As I said, 190 is the best visa, is a permanent visa. But if somebody willing to just leave or Pakistan or any other country or want to move abroad, I mean, if you get 491, it's still, I said, it's good visa. I mean, if you want to get out from the country and you just want to settle, you still can settle same as 190.
Okay, sure. Okay, a person by the name Ubaid saying that should I follow getting PR after CAPS, qualified or non-prior experience? Which path should I follow for getting PR after CAPS, qualified and nor prior experience?
Well, as I said, number one, once you're passing exam, don't forget, as I said, you have to go through the point system. If you apply for 190 or 491, for example, without employer. So we need to know your points, your age, qualification, experience. Okay, if you don't have experience point, then of course, but you need to meet at minimum 65 points before you can apply for like any state, wherever it is. Western Australia, there's no experience required, but you still need to achieve your points as well. So as I said, you need to have, for example, if you have 60 points, example, and this Western Australia is giving you without experience. So of course, Western Australia will give you 491, 15 points. For 190, it'll give you 5 points. So you have to meet the minimum point requirement is 65 as well, regardless of any state.
Okay, no, thank you very much. Can we apply for 491 and 190 both in our EOI?
Yes, you can apply both, or you can apply for any state. Yes, you can apply for both. 491, it's most cases when you apply for 190, 491, sometime for 190, if the quota or say invitation rounds are not coming quickly, so sometime 491 invitation will come up. So then it's up to you, either you want to take it 491 or you just want to let it go and you wait for 191. So it's all up to you.
Okay, a comment for you, sir. Zaheer bhai, very informative, sir. You are explaining it so well. Does having higher mean higher chances of invite? Does having higher mean higher chances of invite? I don't get that point. I'll go for the next question. So grateful to be part of this community, sir. Can you guide about process of 190 immigration? We already discussed that. One of my friend is already discussed. Does we require any attestation for our degree? No, you already explained that. No need for attestation. Does having higher aggregate marks mean higher numbers? If someone got a higher percentage in their pharmacy degree, does it make in chances are higher? I don't think so. They just need a degree, I think. Even the CAPS doesn't see the higher GPA.
So all the degrees are degree level, 15 points, unless if you are a PhD, then you can get 20 points.
Okay, very
for qualification. I will say for all these people who are listening to me, you can gain extra 5 points if somebody wants to do a NATI.
Okay.
So which is good. I mean, I know it's hard, but you can do it even online. I think so. You can do it online. It's NATI test. If you want to do it, anyone want to do to gain extra 5 points, because a lot of onshore, all the onshore students, they always go for NATI here in Australia. So they just get quickly do the NATI, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some course or something, and they sit in a small exam. And once they pass, they can get 5 points for NATI for English and Urdu.
And how much it costs, sir? How much it costs this course?
It's a private business, people using it. I mean, in Australia, I think usually about probably say $700-800. But you need to attend the classes here, but you can do it online as well, I think.
Okay. So what languages that you think that which is commonly done by overseas people to do this NATI and get point? Which is the most common?
Well, all the languages
Pashtun or Dari or Punjabi.
You can do Dari, you can do Punjabi, you can do Hindi, you can do Urdu as well. You can Urdu, and all these points are available.
Languages from Africa,
Africa, China, Asia, all countries. Most of countries' languages are available in NATI to get extra 5 points.
One person can do one language course and get extra 5 points.
Well, as long as he can speak 5 languages.
Only one can use.
Yeah, you can get 5 points for one, of course. Yes.
All right. Okay, that's very good. Thank you for updating. This is amazing information. I think I haven't come across such a value before in our seminars. This is amazing. A question is that education policy for your kids, if you come on 4-9 visa as a visa holder, is it free or is it paid?
Well, all the school, as I said, explained to you, all the schooling in Australia for 491, it's free. I mean, it's free means it's a local cost. Whatever we cost for locals, for us Australians, it will be the same for schooling in a public school, not private schools. Okay. And yes, once you pass this, like your kids at 12 want to go to uni, of course, it's different.
It will be different. They will be treated as international. Yeah. Okay.
No, not international. Well, by the time they'll be PR as well.
Oh yes, by the time PR. Yes.
They'll be PR.
Okay. A question is asked that if I have 7+ year experience in community pharmacy, but my salary did not come into my account, I was getting cash in hand, will my experience consider?
Well, It's a
And
question
also,
for vet assess or it's question for immigration?
yes, that's very important. Like, I think she's saying about the community pharmacy. So it looks like community pharmacy means
No.
she may be looking for caps or maybe for pharmacy technician. That could be.
Well,
If you can clear that one, Ikram Mubin, then it would be good to know.
as I said, I mean, if you apply for caps, I mean, cap doesn't require your payslip.
Yep.
But if you apply, once you get the caps and you apply for any permanent visa, I say 491 and 190, then when you claim wherever you claim an experience point, to support your experience point, you need to show either your payslip, you need to show your bank statement, and employer letter shows your whatever you're earning. Sometimes you need to prove your claim that you're for experience claim, either payslip or bank statement. Some places, if you get, as I said, you get cash, you can get a cash voucher from the employer if available. If not, there are some other way I can be explained later.
Okay.
Can be done. Can be done.
Zaheer bhai, you mentioned about the languages. So someone asked me a very simple question, that Nati, will it be available for those who do the course for Urdu language?
Yes, it is available.
Yes. The answer is yes. So if you speak Pashto, if you are confident, do Nati course and get points. If you are confident in Urdu, do it.
Yes.
What about English, sir? Which extra?
Well, it's to English to other language.
Okay, and leaving English aside, in any other language, it's valid for Nati course. So that's how we can say that.
Yes.
And that's amazing. That's you can
For,
spend dollars and
for English, it's PT or IELTS.
IELTS. That's right. Okay, is education and medical free for family visas? That's a question from our member Kurat.
Medical is free. Is you mean for 491 and 190 for skill migration visa? Yes, you will be getting a Medicare.
Okay. Okay.
Which allow you to use the Medicare card to go to doctor. At the moment, if they are bulk bill free of charge, if you go to hospital, yes. If you have a Medicare card, yes, you can utilize your medical.
So you have created a new topic for our members, pharmacist members, about Nati. So they are asking that how long this Nati will be valid if we do now.
Nati, let me check. Do you want me to just check, or I just guess?
No,
I can't remember.
Don't spend time. We can
okay. Because
that's
I've got a lot of
right
Natis from my client, but exactly I don't know yet. I can't remember. Probably at least valid for a couple of years.
That's fine. That's fine. Again, sir, appreciation for you. So grateful to be part of your community, and 190 onshore, the imagination. Okay, education medical for kids ho chuki hai. If anyone has a visa rejection, and ye bhi baat ho chuki hai. Okay, a lot of questions coming again. If sir, federal state have cut all state by visas by 70% in their new point system, 70%. We already discussed that. I think if you watch this seminar again from the start, you will get to know what Zaheer Bhai has explained and is not valid, not really valid for pharmacists and health professional. All right. Okay. So that's the answer from him. I have 2 years experience. I can't get points. Should I mention this in experience, my application? I think this is already.
We answered this one.
Okay.
There's a one question from somebody asked PhD. If someone knows,
PhD and MPhil, there are 2 questions related to that. Yes. Visa point for MPhil.
Can get a job in teaching department. Is that the one?
Yes, please answer that.
For if somebody have PhD in pharmacy and already teaching in their country as a university lecturer, they can apply for university lecturer occupation as well, rather than pharmacist or pharmacy technician or other. So they can apply for university lecturer, and they can get a job in Australia if they come to Australia either on 491 or 190 visa. You can, yes, you can apply for university lecturer.
Okay. There's a discount asked by someone saying that I'm a student. Can you ask Zaheer Bhai to do a discount for us?
All right, no problem. I can look. I do.
You
I
can
do
talk
look.
to him directly.
Well, most of my clients, I do look after everyone, so you can talk to me later. No problem.
Okay, that's so nice. There is a question here in the YouTube that please guide me. I'm applying for 190 visa as an overseas after passing CAPS, and with my kid as a single mom. Is it easy to get visa with my daughter?
How old is your daughter?
I don't know. Maybe a kid. I don't know. She's a single mom. So it looks
Single
like
mom. Well, I mean, she can apply. If she applying for any skill visa, she
Yes.
can bring her child. Of course, she can bring the child, as long as they are dependent of the mom, and I don't know their circumstances. I mean, they have a legal right to bring the child in Australia.
Yes, legal right. Okay.
So they have to have a legal right to bring to Australia the child.
Yep. The question is asked saying that we have not provided our experience to CAPS, but should we show it to the visa processing people at the time of visa launch?
Say again, I didn't get it.
Question is that we have not provided their work experience in CAPS registration or CAPS assessment. Should we show it for visa processing? Should we show it to the visa processing?
Yes, you can do that, because when you apply for EOI, yes, you can mention in your EOI your experience. Can do that.
Okay.
Can do that.
Okay, that's very nice. I think we have covered all the questions. We'll allow maybe 2 or 3 people, if you have something which we have not covered, if you think that you have a question, maybe write the question and I can ask with Zaheer bhai. Otherwise, I think we have covered most of the topics. Regarding this reduction of visas, if you're still not sure what Zaheer bhai explained, maybe go and watch this webinar from start, but I will ask Zaheer bhai to just say a few words about this question again, that sir, visa amount will reduce in 2024 to 2025 for pharmacists who have passed the caps and applying for 190 and 491. ये अगले साल की बात कर रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट ईयर की, कि उस वक्त क्या होगा? Can you predict the future?
मैंने पहले भी एक्सप्लेन किया था कि अभी भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में स्पेशली रीजनल में हेल्थ सेक्टर के हवाले से अभी भी बहुत शॉर्टेज है, which include pharmacists. So another 5 years forecast, we still need a lot of pharmacists and a lot of health workers, especially in regional area. जो भी अभी इनकी जो रिड्यूस किया है, इस सब इस शॉर्ट टाइम के लिए है, और हो सकता है नेक्स्ट ईयर में डिपेंड करता है कि वो इंक्रीज भी कर सकते हैं. अगर अभी से एग्जांपल 2003 2004 24 का जो कैप्स उन्होंने कहा है, रिड्यूस किया है, लेकिन जरूरी नहीं है, ये कैन बी चेंज भी हो सकता है, क्योंकि पॉलिसी कैन चेंज एनी टाइम, इट कैन बी अमेंडेड एज वेल.
Yes. Thank you. Any difference as a single applying or as a spouse? Any difference in if you apply as a single visa or as a spouse visa acceptance ratio? What is the difference?
Only cost. I mean, of course, if cost-wise, I mean, if you're applying for single visa, I mean, it will be reduced cost. I mean, reduced cost in a way you will save your spouse visa application charge only. But if you apply with, but then it will cost you more money, not including your spouse. So you will saving a couple of $1,000 now, but when you get permanent residence, example, you want to apply for your wife to bring to Australia, it will cost you a lot of money. Then you can apply a partner visa, which is cost you nearly $9,000 for the partner visa application fees. So I will suggest if somebody married, they will include their wife now. They can bring it later. She don't have to come to Australia straight away. She can come within a year. So, but you will save a lot of money in future.
Same person is saying that what are the chances for rejection or acceptance for a spouse visa?
No, it's you applying as a skilled migration visa is nothing to do rejection for a spouse, because it's based on you as a main applicant, what you provided as point tested visas. I mean, your spouse only can be refused on the basis of medical. If somebody have a medical condition, say example, अल्लाह ना करे कि किसी की spouse कोई medical condition है, yes, on the basis of that, it can be visa refused for whole family.
Yes, yes.
That's medical condition. अगर वो कोई chronic disease है, अल्लाह ना करे कोई chronic disease है, वो pick कर लेते हैं department, then yes, it can refuse for all of them, not only just for spouse.
I have one pharmacist where this happened, where a disease was
Yes.
reason behind
Yes.
PR was declined.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So there's similar question asked by two people, same. How to claim experience point? What are the format? What sort of document required when you claiming experience point, like to showing the salary slip or showing the salary record or showing the experience? Any advice on that?
Well, there are basic, I mean, evidence you need to provide. Number one is payslip. Secondly, bank statement, where your salary goes into bank to prove match your salary and bank statement. And thirdly, if you do your tax return in Pakistan or any other country, that tax document is also evidence of your income. And work experience letter, of course, or letter from the employer, how much he earning. Offer letter, sometimes as an offer letter, it shows your income when you apply for you getting a job, and then you will get an offer letter, it will show you what you be earning. So something like that. So all these 3-4 things, payslip, bank statement, offer letter, income tax return, they are evidence of your experience.
Okay, thank you. Nazir Rafiq, that was your question. Again, you have a question saying that CAPS pass candidate need to get APRA provisional registration. That probably expire in 12 months. Do we need to submit a EOI? Which step we need to do first? Either provisional for APRA or either for EOI first. Maybe that's the question.
Once you pass CAP, I mean, you can straight away apply for EOI. If you are in overseas, you can apply for EOI. Of course, the EOI is the first step applying for skilled migration visa, 491 and 190, and some occupation up to 189 as well. So pharmacy doesn't come 189, so 190 and 491. So yes, EOI is the next step after passing the CAPS exam. Okay.
Zaheer, if you have your business card or maybe your contact or visa migration email, if you'd like to share in the chat box, otherwise I will share that with them as well in case if somebody want to talk to you for your services. There's one question regarding a doctor friend, a medical doctor friend is just joined here, and he's saying that has it been asked about the visa acceptance rate for going for Australia for AMC Part 2 as a 25-year-old and currently not working as a doctor? This is question from Dr. Fateh Mohammed. He just joined.
Okay. Have they passed both exams?
Probably, yes. That's why he's asking Part 2.
So,
yes.
So if he passed both exams, Part 1 and Part 2, and you can apply for immigration, of course, but then again, I'll probably say again, points is any skilled migration visa is a point visas. So you have to achieve minimum 65 points. But usually, for my understanding, many doctors, when they apply for Part 1, they usually have to require clinical experience, supervisor experience in Australia. While after passing a Part 1 exam, and then they have to pass second exam, while most of the time, in 99%, they're in Australia.
Okay. Dr. Fateh said he just passed the Part 1, not Part 2.
Part 1, yes.
Go to Australia for Part 2.
Yes, Part 1 is only allow you to somebody to sponsor you only at this stage. You cannot apply for skilled migration visa.
Yep.
So if you find an employer, you can come here for 4 years, 482 visa, and then you can prepare for Part 2 exam while you're here.
So Zaheer bhai, how he can find an employer? Can you suggest any tips on a doctor's point of view, like AMC Part 1 passing? Because we are trying to get AMC Part 1 exam center to be open soon in Pakistan as well, same way how we did for CAPS exam center. So there will be a lot of doctors want this answer.
Well, it is hard to find an employer, of course, but there are a lot of medical practices in regional Australia. They are looking for always looking for people who pass a Part 1 exam. So best the search engine and
what visa? What visa option for them for AMC Part 4 years? What you just said.
482 temporary work visa. They can get up to 4 years work visa.
482. Okay.
482.
482 from the regional employers. Okay, that's very good. Thank you.
Regional or anywhere, 482. But usually the doctors guys into the regional area.
That's very nice. Thank you for this answer. I think there's a question by Mr. I'm just saying that if you are married and coming single to Australia, but include your kids and wife in your visa for future, will you have to pay fee for them later? Is that right? I think they have to pay that.
Yes, yes. If you already applied for the visa and you haven't include your wife and children, and when you grant the visa and when you want to bring your wife and kids, of course you have to pay fees for that, which is called subsequent visa.
Okay.
And depend on the visa class, of course. I mean, we don't know what visa they are coming here. Any visa, I mean, say example, of course they have to pay for kids and children if they want to bring it here.
Okay. Lynette, I think she is from English speaking background country. I don't know which country, but she's saying that my education and my whole experience is in English. Do I still need to do PTE?
PTE, well, immigration, yes, English point of view for skill migration, for English, skill migration, you will require English exam, either PT or IELTS, to gain 10 points. 10 points. But if your passport from UK, Australia, Canada, Ireland, you don't need to do an English test, but your score will be treated as a 0.
Okay.
So your score will be 0 for the points testing.
Okay.
So that depends. I mean, if they required a points, well, they still need to do IELTS or PT, whatever exam for gaining a points.
So Lynette, can I ask which country you from? You said you have been trained in an English-speaking country, and you're asking this question. So it will be highly appreciated if you say that. And you ask another question about health conditions. That what health conditions like hypertension, asthma, would they be rejected as a chronic condition? Asthma, I don't think so. Hypertension.
No, asthma is not a chronic disease. And I don't
in
think
terms
so.
of immigration people,
she's from Zimbabwe. Yes, I've done so many Zimbabwe clients. I've got so many Zimbabwe people, and I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing a lot of Zimbabwean at the moment.
My God!
So yes. So,
and most of them are pharmacists. I think are the pharmacists.
Most of pharmacists, 90% pharmacists.
My God! Okay.
So yes,
you should have an office in Zimbabwe, so you need to have an office in Harare.
Yes.
Like Harare Kalandar, like Lahore Kalandar has bought a new franchisee called Harare Kalandar.
Harare, yeah,
playing in South Africa, so you need to have an office in Harare.
Definitely. I need one. Yes, for Lynette, yes, for your passport, Zimbabwean passport, you will need English test pass. Yes, that's the requirement for your passport.
Okay. That's good. Someone is afraid now, asking that, sir, tell me the list of health conditions which are affecting the immigration process.
Well, health condition, as I said, I mean, it has to be a very chronic disease. I mean, it's like somebody have a cancer, or they usually treat as a TB is a chronic disease. TB. So. Okay. So other than so if it's like asthma and things like that, yes.
Okay. So you have an offer. You have an offer from Zimbabwe to have an office. She's saying, come to
Oh, really?
you
Oh,
have
that'll be.
offices
I will
around
be
different
busy.
part
I
of
will be
world.
busy in Harare then.
So you need to have your office in Africa, in Zimbabwe. People will love you because pharmacists knows you. A lot of pharmacists have been privileged to have a service from you, and they're so happy. You know that pharmacist who went to Queensland last year. Her name was I think Andrew. If you remember, you did the visa for him.
Yes, yeah, Andrew, I did that. Yes,
and his wife was also got a job.
Yes,
That was a bonus. So one visa, two jobs. That's amazing. And
yeah,
a very nice glass, like a award for me with my photo on it, and say nice words to be in post. So I will see him maybe in a conference maybe next year in Gold Coast.
That's good. That's good.
Nice. So I'm just telling because we're talking about Zimbabwean pharmacist doing so many visas from you. That's amazing.
To be honest, I found I have a lot of clients from all around the world, and
yes.
and especially I love Zimbabwean people as well. To be honest, and I mean all my even from Pakistan, no problem. They're all good. Our country people, any country people, they're all good in any country. I have no problem. But Zimbabwean people, I found, to be honest, very, very gentle people.
Oh yes,
very gentle.
Very,
and I'm doing a lot of visas, and they're very gentle, good, and everything. Even now, any country, I'm not saying any discrimination for any country, but Zimbabwean I found best.
Three Zimbabwean pharmacists worked with me in last 12 months. Amazing. They're all very nice people, and many of them connected through me with I have a group of 70 Zimbabwean pharmacists. If somebody don't know, I have a special group of pharmacists who are just from Zimbabwe. Like I have so many groups for Pakistani and Indian and Middle Eastern, but I have one specific group just for Zimbabwe. And because of my teaching, there are a lot of Zimbabwean pharmacist students who are studying in China, who are studying in Russia. They contacted me through some YouTube, and they asked me that how they can apply for CAPS. So I actually guided them how to get their CAPS assessment. So they have successfully managed the CAPS assessment through my guidance, and they are still in Russia and in Zimbabwe, in China, but they're doing the CAPS over there at the moment, preparing the CAPS over there. So they wouldn't need a visa. Maybe we'll do a special session for maybe for some. But I invited everyone in this session. Thank you, Zaheer, for coming. Again, there's a question about if someone's spouse has done PhD, can he get a job in a teaching department? I think you have already checked that answer. You've already answered that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have covered most of the topic. The doctor question was about a friend asked me that if they want to give AMC Part 1 in Australia, which visa subclass should they apply? 490 simple or also attending a medical conference? I can't remember exact type.
Or if you're coming for short-term visa, they have to apply for tourist visa 600. Either business tourist visa, if they have an invitation from the business, they can come here on a tourist visa, business tourist visa, if you're coming for conference.
All right. Now, thank you very much, Zaheer, for your valuable time. I would like to appreciate your time, your energy on this topic. You were on a very high pitch during this whole 1 hour session. Thank you very much. We have a recording saved on our channel, YouTube channel. Anyone can refer that again. We have answered most of the question, and the beautiful points that we picked up is that NATI, which can give 5 extra points, and also that validity of English test is 3 years. That's very, very, very highly unknown knowledge for everyone. They all think that 2 years they have to do it again. And also this visa, those visas dropped. There was a huge chat going on everywhere that should we go for CAPS or not? Should we invest our money? Should we invest our time? But health professional, because Australia got an aging population where they need health professional, allied health people, allied health. Even I came to know recently that NDIS, which is a new developing profession for providing disabled health related matters, to be like aged care. People can get permanent resident pathway or visa pathway if they are here in Australia. They can go and work under NDIS company in regional areas, and I think their skills requirement is no require, and the English test is also very minimum. So that's something which is very encouraging for those health related profession. And if anyone from nursing background, they can do the nursing test. Even with I know that doctors can do AMC exam. At the moment, the nearest exam center is in Thailand. Hopefully we'll have one exam center in Pakistan for doctors. Someone asked that last question is that, does my aunt qualify me for sponsor family stream 600 visa? So that's a doctor asking that, can my aunt qualify me for a sponsor family 600 visa?
Yes, 600 visa is a tourist visa. Your auntie can sponsor you for tourist visa. Yes, can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Any last comments, Zaheer? Would you like to say anything, sir, for this audience?
Really thanks again to invite me on this session, and I'm pretty happy if I have provided some information to pharmacists, and I have given all my whatever knowledge for the small session at this stage. I mean, whatever I know for the short time. But अगर किसी को मुझसे और कुछ पूछना है, so they are happy to ask me.
Zaheer, you can share your card here if you want to in chat, but otherwise I have already shared your knowledge, share your details in our group. They will contact you as well.
All right, I will just paste my maybe my WhatsApp number,
yes,
and email address, and then
sure.
they can contact me. I can write it down here. And किसी को भी कुछ पूछना है तो they can ask me later. And
Zaheer, how long you are in Australia? Can you please inform everyone that how many months or years you have been spending?
I have been in Australia for over 33 years, and I've got all my brothers, sisters, my parents, and my kids, all born in Australia.
Oh my God.
And just a small introduction. I have 5 daughters, one becoming a lawyer.
All right.
And one is finished psychology, criminology. Another one doing allied health, like a physiotherapy. And
no pharmacist in your home.
Speech pathology. They're all doing all right.
Okay, that's very nice. Very happy to.
Yeah, so
been
here a long time in Australia. Australia is a great country, actually.
Very friendly, not racist. What do you think?
No.
You lived there so many years.
I haven't had any problem in many years. It's a good country to raise your kids. We have an old Islamic mahal here as well. I mean, where I live in, especially in Dandenong in Victoria, old Desi mahal here.
Oh wow! Yes,
and
it looks like a Punjab.
It's like a Punjab. You know, you can find any older cuisines, and it's great here.
Yes.
अपने मतलब ये कि future के हवाले से बच्चों के is good place. I will say I've never been to UK yet, but Australia मैं बोलूँगा कि अच्छा है, मतलब it's a good country to raise your kids.
Thank you for sharing this.
Okay, मैं अभी अपना number डालता हूँ 413618889. This is my WhatsApp number, and you can email me at gmail.com. I just did. I think I'm pasting in chat. Is it?
Yes, chat में डाल दीजिए. Yes, put in the chat and I will share.
उसमें जा नहीं रहा उसमें.
मैंने
किया नहीं इसमें, क्यों नहीं जा रहा?
You can just type in if you can copy paste maybe.
अभी मैं इसमें chat में I'm putting in the chat. Okay. It doesn't allow me actually. I don't know why.
चलिए कोई बात नहीं. I will share.
Yeah, you can share me because I'm trying to do it, but
I'll write it down right now. I'll write it
somehow
down.
I can't.
Maybe if somebody just don't come in our Zoom.
some okay. Can you share my detail if I may?
Yes, yes, I'm just doing it right now. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Plus 61 and then 413 685 889. So that's
Somehow,
the WhatsApp
somehow
number
it's
or dear Zaheer thumbs up. Is that correct, Zaheer? Just check the number 413-685-889.
J. This is a correct
Just
number.
to
Yep,
share
yep.
in the group.
Yep.
Is it, can everyone see that? Or is the WhatsApp number? Yes, everyone got the
Yes,
number.
it is a WhatsApp number as well. And also, if you can share my email address, if you
Yes, I will
want,
do
that'd be easier. Sometimes email is better rather than WhatsApp.
Yes.
Email is you can just
Global Work Live.
you can put a easy one, gmsmigration@gmail.com.
Yes.
gmsmigration@gmail.com. And if somebody has problem, they can always visit my website. You can just type in GMS and it should come up.
So what's the website for? Can I share?
Yeah, www.globalmove.com.au.
globalmove.com.au.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know, somehow I can't put the information. Now I can, I think. Oh, yeah, now I can.
Yes, it's all done.
All done now.
I just shared in my YouTube chat as well. So there are a lot of people watching from YouTube chat who don't have our direct Zoom link.
और किसी को कुछ पूछना तो नहीं है, सब मेरे ख्याल से सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अप टू डेट दे दी है.
Thank you.
चलो ठीक.
अभी इस वीकेंड पे जो भी वीकेंड गुजरा है इसमें पाकिस्तान के हाई कमिश्नर साहब एडलेड आए हुए थे. देवर 4 मीटिंग्स चांस हमें मिला उनसे बात करने का. And we discussed thoroughly about opportunities for business, opportunities for this workforce that is a huge workforce that can play a significant role in Australia. And I know that aged care or NDIS जो एक नया area है, which is a new area in Australia, which is developing stages. New तो नहीं, is very old, like 7-8 years हो गए इसको, लेकिन this is something which developing, and now pharmacies are actually going to connect with NDIS to provide a closer service platform, and there is a more scope of work coming in pharmacies. Pharmacists are now mandatory requirement in aged care since July 2023. So whoever listening this conversation, jobs हैं और visas जो हैं वो इसी वजह से pharmacist is in priority, because there is a need of aged care and also aging population where allied health is required, and pharmacist is one of the important member of that allied health team. So that's something which, and this can only achieve if you do these caps. I cannot say much about industry pathway or technician pathway, but when you once you are registered in Australia as a pharmacist, your doors are always open, because anything you need to do in this country, you need to have a license, you need to have a registration. Like immigration, you have to have a registration through that body. Like plumber, they need to have their license. So similar way, doctors, pharmacists. So our advice to encourage everyone to do this pathway if you want to live in Australia and have a better life for your family and your loved ones. And once you're here, you can attract more people in your family, because एक बंदा जब आ जाता है तो it become a a attraction for their loved one, cousins को और इनको guide कर सकते हैं. So that's something that you can create a difference in if you take this first step, isn't it? जब when you come to Australia, I think after then you attract maybe your cousins or family members.
Yes.
This is a very common practice. Why not? Thank you, Zaheer. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll
Thank you,
finish the
Mohammed.
session now. Thank you.